This is Laura Rice, and this is Full Body Frequency. And before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode of Full Body Frequency. Now, who travels? Well, Prissi, of course, and you should too. Prissi Powell, the queen of dream vacations, celebratory travel, and cultural experiences, and the owner of Prissi Travels, the travel agency. Welcome back to Full Body Frequency.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be back.
Well, you are welcome always, anytime. And it might be a bit weird that Full Body Frequency is talking travel with you, as most folks have come or are coming home from vacation, but it's actually the perfect time to plan for future travel. But before we talk about the whys of planning travel now, you were here December 2020 when you spoke about your reactivated life through travel during COVID 19. And for those who have not listened to that episode, be sure to check it out. But Prissi, remind us of your why.
My why for starting this agency, I wanted to help people of color travel more. I wanted to help people who look like me, curvy ladies, travel more. So that was really why I got started in the industry. Like coming up, I had self-esteem issues. My body didn't look like the other girls' bodies, especially the ones on TV back at the time. So I never felt like I fit in. But once I started traveling, I started seeing people of all shapes and sizes out here living, out here in two pieces well before it was trendy. And that helped me find myself and just find my voice. So that's why I do what I do. I love helping people customize their vacations and plan destination weddings and other celebratory events. So that's my purpose, and that's why I'm here.
But there was one other reason that really hit me as to why you decided that you were going to live your life despite COVID 19 shutting everything down.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the loss of your mom.
Yes.
Yeah. So tell us about that and that impact as well.
I lost my mom like at the start of 2020, May 2020, she left us. So she was always my biggest cheerleader. It took us a while for her to start traveling with me, but once she started traveling, she loved it. And she loved interacting with the different people. She loved the service. She definitely liked that luxury life. So I felt like I had to live because she couldn't. Other people that I lost couldn't. So I needed to be present and I needed to be out here living.
And that you are. So since then, and thank you for sharing that.
Not a problem.
And since then, where in the world has Prissi traveled?
I got a lot of great opportunities during COVID. I went to South Africa during COVID. I went to Asia shortly after COVID. I've been throughout the Caribbean. I specialize in destination weddings and celebratory events. So during COVID, everything shut down. I had to start traveling sooner than most just to get the feel of things on the ground, to give my clients the confidence to go ahead with their weddings and their celebrations. So I was out here when many of you were still at home, not talking, not touching anybody. So I think by being at the forefront of it, I was able to easily adapt to changes. I was able to walk my clients through those changes. I was able to help them decide if they want to postpone that vacation or if they were comfortable enough to go forward. So I really think it was a blessing in disguise that I started moving the way that I did when I did.
It was, and I think you just described my life as well. Not touching anybody, not talking to anybody. That was me.
It was hard.
For sure. It was hard. Yeah.
It was hard.
Yeah.
I think my main takeaway from COVID, like leading up to COVID, we were doing so much digitally. We didn't touch and see people. But during COVID, I realized that wasn't enough. I needed face-to-face interaction. I needed to be touched. I needed to be able to look at people and see them in real time. So that was my biggest takeaway, just that human connection.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Fast forward to today, you are joining Full Body Frequency from
Riviera Maya, Mexico. It's in like a suburb of the Cancun area.
Okay, cool. Very cool. Now, not to spoil all the beauty that's around you and all the fun I'm sure you're having at that resort, but there's a new variant, BA.2.86. And let's break down how the travel industry has changed since 2020 and what might be on the horizon with the recent uptick of COVID cases. But also share why we should travel now. It's not just a
Okay.
negative story, there's positivity to everything.
I can say now the industry is not focused on COVID as they were before. Many of the properties still have the safety measures, still have the cleaning measures, but the way 2020, 2021, the way we were getting announcements, the way the government was saying don't go, they aren't they aren't issuing those announcements as they were before. I think
Mhm.
a part of it is travel is such a big part of everybody's economy. So I don't think they want that pause the way we had it before. But for myself to stay safe, I still have my mask in my bag. I'm not wearing them everywhere, but I do mask up on planes. I do mask up if I just don't feel comfortable with my surroundings. But mask, I'm still wiping everything down. I still have my sanitizers just for my own personal safety. With moving so much and doing so much, I need to make sure that I'm at my ultimate health.
Excellent, excellent. Now, there's another issue, and I know this is not the negativity show. This is full body
We
frequency.
don't talk about it all.
Right. It's all positivity here, plus size positivity.
Uh-huh.
But how has global warming and the related weather shifted travel, the airlines, travel insurance, and the services that you offer? Or have they?
Um, I'm definitely in a I want my clients to travel, but I want them to protect their investments. So I'm
Mhm.
always pushing travel protection. Most people think because you change your mind, because you have an emergency in life, that these hotels and these airlines have to give you a refund. That is not real life. That is not the case. You
Mm,
always need some form of travel protection when you're traveling. Also, when you leave the United States, your Blue Cross, your Aetna, those do not apply. So here,
mm,
if I didn't have travel protection, I would not have travel insurance. If I broke a leg, if I needed to see someone, all of that would have to come out of pocket. I had a colleague tell me that she had a client broke something, had to give those people $2,800 because he did not have travel protection. I
mm.
don't know how your budget look, but I don't want to just give away $2,800. So I purchased myself a travel protection policy. Those policies about 15% of what the cost of your trip is. So
Okay.
it's not a big deal. If you travel as much as I do, you could also get an annual policy. Cost a little bit
Hmm.
more, but as much as I'm moving, I'm covered. So just things to consider, things to talk about with whoever you book your travel with.
Absolutely, absolutely. Even with all those potential travel challenges, not getting your money back. I mean, obviously, we're going to be smart. We're going to buy travel
Yeah.
insurance, travel protection. But even with the challenges of travel, whether it's weather related, planes being canceled due to staffing shortages, whatever it might be, why is now the perfect time to plan your next vacation?
Why not? The benefits of planning early is you get premium choice of everything. Everything isn't picked over. You can get the best categories. Also, when you're booking early, a lot of times you get a better deal or better inclusion. The price may be the same, but you might have a couple of extra enhancements. Maybe VIP arrival is included with your package. Might if
Mm,
you're going to Europe, you might get breakfast included daily. If anybody has been to Europe, you know food and beverages cost. So having that daily breakfast puts more money in your budget to shop and do other activities. So planning early, you get your best choice of things. You have
mhm.
better promotions, and you don't have to drop all of your money at once.
Okay, that sounds great to me.
Put
Money
your
saving.
vacation on layaway.
There we go. And amenities, layaway and amenities. That sounds like a bonus to me.
Yes.
So if you've just tuned in, you've missed a great first half of Full Body Frequency. Go back and listen to my guest, Prissi Powell, travel goddess and the owner of Prissi Travels. Now, Prissi, let's play a game.
Okay.
It's called WWPD, or What Would Prissi Do?
Ah,
So here are the rules. I'll ask you a question, then you answer the question, and then you'll explain your answer. Okay?
okay.
You good? Okay,
Got it.
cool. Number one, what are the things that you do when booking a hotel?
What are the things that I do when booking a hotel?
Hmm.
Like at the entry level or once I get in the hotel?
At the entry level.
Okay. When booking a hotel, I look at my reason why I'm taking this trip. I am a
Mhm.
luxury traveler. I like nice amenities, so I am definitely looking at what's new as far as amenities. what new boutique hotels are cropping up. So I want the best of the best when I travel. If I wanted to just do any old thing, I could stay at home. So I want a top-notch experience. So I am looking to book the best location, the best amenities, the best destination for my experience.
So I'm looking at you now and you've got a gorgeous view. So if I want to have a view like that or a view looking overlooking the ocean, what do I have to do while I'm booking?
You have to make sure that you are booking an ocean front. You don't
Okay.
views get a little bit tricky. You can
Mhm.
have an ocean view, but you might have to get on your tippy toes and lean out over the balcony and look to the left.
Oh,
That is
no.
considered an ocean view. What
Okay.
you want is when you walk out of your doors from your room, you
Mhm.
want that ocean right in the front of you. You don't want to have to look left or right. If you want it right here. So that is called an ocean front. Ideally, that view should have no grass, no fluff in it. You want beach, ocean, bam. So that is what we are booking. That is what I'm going to, if I'm sending you a quote, that's what I'm sending you first.
Okay. Ocean front. All right.
Ocean.
There we go. So instead of music festivals, what kind of festivals will you travel for in the future and why?
Food and wine. I'm getting a little bit older in life. I
Mhm.
cannot deal with kids, with people being this close to me,
Mhm.
pushing me, shoving me. So I am going to stick to food and wine festivals just because it's a calmer experience and I like to eat and I like to drink well. So I feel that those festivals would serve me better than a lineup of musical acts.
Okay. Okay. And then, of course, there's the parking at these festivals
Uh-huh.
and the hike. And
Yeah,
you
yeah.
mentioned the walk, the
Yeah.
hike, the walk. Yeah, I dig it. What kind of travel girl are you? You mentioned it earlier, but it bears repeating.
I am a bougie luxury traveler. I'm not going anywhere if it is not better than how I'm living at home. I can just stay at home and enjoy the amenities that I pay for monthly. So if I am out in the world, I want lux, I want service, I want to be pampered, I want high thread count sheets, I want the smell of the hotel to greet me at the door, and I'm talking about those spa like smells, the
Mhm.
jasmine, the lavender. I want that.
Okay, okay. And it bears repeating that we need to call you
You need to
for
call
that.
Prissi.
Yes.
I know my craft. I am traveling every 6 weeks almost just to make sure I am on top of what's new, what's hot, and what you need to experience when you get out in the world.
As you are out in this world and experiencing all this luxury, what are you doing to prepare for your mate?
Praying, Lord help me. I am praying, but I'm definitely staying in tune with myself. Like learning what I gotta, what I must have, what can be negotiated. But
Mhm.
I want a partner who wants to enjoy life, who wants to travel, who likes to live. I need somebody who loves and appreciates people because I love people. So you can't be mean in a corner while I'm sitting over here working the room. Like you work the left, I take the right. So I just
Okay.
want somebody I can share my life with, I can share my love with, and to make some grand memories.
Now there's a number 13 in that. I thought I read somewhere there was 13 things that you were planning before you meet your mate. I think there were 13 trips. Can you tell us about that? What's
I'm always planning some trips, but
Okay.
I think a lot of times, women especially, we wait to experience, grand things until we get a boyfriend, until we get married.
Mhm.
I'm not waiting for him. I went to South Africa. I didn't hike Table Mountain, but I did take the little trolley car up. But
Okay.
I'm out here living and I'm out here enjoying and gathering experiences and stories that I can share with him. So I would just tell women, if you want to do it, do it. You might even meet him while you're doing it. So get out here and live. And when he comes along, live a little bit more, live a little bit better.
There we go. That's a word. That's a word. That's a word. What is your favorite travel destination?
You know how you would ask your mother to pick her favorite child and she would never give you one? She would
Right.
tell you they're all special and she loves them all uniquely and differently. That is how it is with me in travel. I cannot pick any singular destination that I love over the others. Now, what I can say is I am in Mexico more than I am in any other country,
Mhm.
simply because it's close to us. A lot of my weddings are here, and Mexico has a very diverse product. Like, we can go from family friendly to creme de la creme top luxury in this
Mm.
one country. So it is a lot of unique and special experiences here, but I can't pick a favorite.
Okay. What are you likely to be doing in Mexico besides working? Tell us the specific work that you might be doing when you're in Mexico.
Well, today, for instance, I toured this property that I'm staying at. I needed to see the wedding location. Destination weddings, you have some that might be 20 people, you have some that might be 112. So I need to see the locations just so that I can better guide my clients towards a property that fits their needs. This property is gorgeous. They have, a mix of locations for smaller weddings and larger weddings. So that's how I spend my morning. I also spend my days building relationships. I need to know the managers. I need to know the concierge. I need to know the wedding department. Just because if you ask me something, I want a personal person I can call and say, hey, Maribel, hey, Claudia, what's going on with this? Just so I can get you up to date in the know information.
So this is exactly why you hire a professional
Mhm.
for your destination weddings, other celebrations, cultural experiences, everything, everything. Thank you for indulging me in that game. That was a lot of
No,
fun.
not a problem.
So, Prissy, as you know, everything we do or discuss on Full Body Frequency is focused in the context of plus size
Hmm.
life and honoring plus size people.
Hmm.
That said, let's wrap up the show with some plus size travel basics and not so basic talk.
Okay.
And I'm going to start real quick. So, when I fly, and I've shared this with you before, the first thing I do when I walk on the plane is I greet the crew,
Hmm.
and then I go up to the first flight attendant and ask for a seatbelt extender. This is before my luggage is put up, my carry-on luggage is put up before I sit down. I don't wait for them to offer. I'm not playing that game of will the passenger be offended if I offer her a seatbelt extender.
Hmm.
I am visibly fat. I visibly need a seatbelt extender. My tip for plus size people is don't be afraid to ask for a seatbelt extender. It's your right to fly safely and to fly comfortably.
Yes.
That's my tip. But also, oh, one more. Go to the bathroom right before you board the plane. Those airplane
Hmm.
bathrooms are for child size
Tiny.
adults. Tiny,
They are tiny.
tiny. Yeah. So those are my tips. What are yours?
I think that's a great tip about getting that seatbelt extender as soon as you hit that plane. I think we need to get out of our heads. Nobody is comfortable flying. Not even my thin. It aircraft. They aren't designed to be comfortable. They're
Mm-hmm.
designed to get as many people as they safely can from one destination to the next. So get it out of your head that you are the only one who is uncomfortable. Um, Early on when I started traveling, I would try to make myself as small as possible. I would sit so tight that I would be cramped by the
Mm-hmm.
time I got off the plane.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Stop doing that.
Yeah.
If you can afford it, I would tell you to book a economy plus or comfort plus seat. If you can splurge it up, I would tell you to get a business class or a first class seat. My main tip, gather you some status. Whoever you are traveling with, get you some status with that airline, because with status comes perks that we definitely can use. I
Mm-hmm.
have status with both American and United. When I book my flight, because of my status, I am able to pick an economy plus seat at the time I'm booking my flight. I don't have to
Mm-hmm.
pay for this seat. I don't have to wait and see if this seat is available. When I pay for my flight, I go and I pick that little orange seat. I
Mm-hmm.
like a window seat, so I pick that
Mm-hmm.
economy plus window seat. I don't like row 8 because row 8 is after the bulkhead, which is that
Mm-hmm.
wall. They have like a defined walls within the rows. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm in row
Mm-hmm.
9 on the window on every plane that I fly, unless I book a first class seat. So get status. You get status from flying. You get status from airline credit cards. You can
Mm-hmm.
also get status from shopping. Every airline has a shopping portal, so you could take your debit card, go on American Airlines shopping. I bought me some Jordans last week from the American Airlines Nike. It's the same Nike store that you have but
Mhm.
it's linked to American Airlines. I got 5 points for every dollar that I spent. So I got about 500 points for some
Mm.
sneakers I was buying anyway. Those
Mhm.
points build to my status. I can fly with those points. So get you some status. If you have questions about status, you can definitely reach out to me and I can help you. You know, it isn't always about money. It's just the things that we do, eating
Mhm.
out, Uber Eats, use those airline cards, link them to those programs to get those rewards. Another tip, Southwest is very plus size friendly. I don't fly Southwest much, but they are a good airlines for plus sizes. On the front end, you can buy 2 seats to ensure that you have those seats, and they
Mhm.
will refund you for one after you travel. If you don't want to purchase
Wow.
2 seats, once you get to the gate, you can ask them for their customer of size policy, which is free. And they will
Mhm.
give you a piece of paper to put in the other seat next to you, which says no one can sit in that seat. That's a free program that they have. It's not available on all flights, but I
Mhm.
can tell you the times that I've flown Southwest, I feel like I always got it. And, you know, I feel like plus size, I think we do a lot of judging. Small or medium, you're fat. You know, like, and you know, I
Mhm.
would be a little cocky because I would wait for that gate agent to tell me that I couldn't have that customer size. I am very bottom heavy. So
Mhm.
I need this.
Mhm.
So they will give it to you. If they don't give it to you, take a name and call me. We'll contact corporate, or you can ask for a red coat at the airport and a supervisor will come out and assist you. So
Wow. I didn't know about that piece of paper. I just thought that there was the policy where you could buy 2 seats.
you can get it free when you get there a little bit early. Go
Mhm.
to, go to the person to check in with and ask
Mhm.
for the customer of size extra seat. And
Wow.
they're gonna give you
Wow.
that piece of paper and you're gonna go on about your business.
My mind is blown right now. So I'm excited about this. All
Yeah,
right.
they are
Extra
very,
seat.
and Southwest has routes throughout the US, Hawaii, and the Caribbean. So they are a good airline, if you're doing tropical travel or US based travel.
Excellent. 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 That was a great tip, Prissy Powell. I mean, that was the tip of the year.
Yeah.
That's the tip of the year.
One more tip. If you need a wheelchair, you can add your wheelchair online. You will just go into your flight information and select that you need, wheelchair assistance to and from the gate. So you don't have to stress over that as well.
So all of that, just like planning your trip and getting amenities, you need to factor all these things
Mhm.
in your travel planning.
Yep.
Don't wait to get to the airport to request a wheelchair.
Yep.
Don't do that. Don't do it. Yeah.
It's gonna delay you. It's gonna hold you up. So you can have all of that requested ahead of time.
Excellent. 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 Excellent tips, Prissy. Excellent tips.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Live this plus size travel life as well. So, I know the things that make my travels a lot easier. Case in point, I just purchased some New Balance sneakers. These are the
Mhm.
most comfortable sneakers I've ever had. I went on the website and ordered another pair just because, I swell and my feet hurt. And,
Mhm.
obviously I was wearing the wrong sneakers. So we have to share what we know to make travel easier and more enjoyable for people of size.
Well, I will say this. This is my last tip. But don't be afraid of compression socks or compression hose.
You are correct.
Those are essentials for
They are.
traveling.
They are. They are.
Whether it's a long car trip or an overseas flight, just wear them.
Yep. Put them on.
Put them on. Put them on. Well, Prissy Powell, thank you again for joining me from
I am at the Hotel Escaret Arte in Riviera Maya, Mexico.
Wonderful, wonderful. So for more information about Prissy and or to join any number, she's got a million upcoming
I
trips.
do. I
Please,
do.
please visit prissytravels.com where you can actually book a complimentary vacation consultation. So complimentary, aka free, um, vacation consultation. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode of Full Body Frequency with your fellow plus size travelers. Until next time, tune into your own full body frequency where large is luscious living. Look at all that lusciousness right there. Go ahead, Prissy. All of it right there in Mexico. All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you. I've enjoyed it.
Good. Me too. Me too. And I swear I'm going to join you this year. I was looking at, there was a trip. Is it Bali that you're going to?
I am doing Bali in November of 2024. So yes, I am hosting
Okay.
a group to Bali in November. And then I'm doing Kenya in February. I do an
Oh,
annual girls trips, ladies from 18 up to about 78, all shapes, all sizes, all shades. So next, we're going to Dubai next month, but next July we will be going to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. So definitely come on, full body crew, let's go.
okay. Here we go. So, and now we're gonna actually end the show, but I had to ask that question. We had to get it in. So, all right. Until next time, tune into your own full body frequency, where large is luscious living.